booktube, it's Eleanor here, and today it's another book haul. These books are ones I've kind of split my book hauls into weekly book hauls at the moment because I've been getting quite a few dribbling through. I'm really slowing down at the moment, and most of you know I have a 2.5-year-old little girl called Matilda, and this week has actually helped me with my book buying because we're potty training. And if any of you parents out there will know, when you're potty training, it's best to stay near the house for quite a while. So we are staying in the house all week. We've had friends coming over to play, and it's been sunny, so it's beautiful in the garden, but we're staying in the house. And so I haven't passed any bookshops, and so I haven't bought any books. Well, I might have bought 1 or 2 online, but not really many. So these are the books that I've sort of dribbled in over the last week or so, and also 3 books that I did a book swap with someone. One of you lovely people contacted me and said, oh, I really want to do a book swap. So Stephanie, thank you for that. It was great, and she's really lovely, and I sent her a list of the books that I had that I was going to take to charity, and she picked some, and then she sent me hers, and I picked some, and then we just posted to each other, and it was really, really good experience. I love swapping books because on her list were quite a few books that I hadn't heard of, but now I'm really excited to read. So let me show you the 3 books. One of them, I mean, is just amazing, and I'm so thankful she sent it to me. I'm really excited about it, and that is Peter Pan in the Puffin Chalk edition with the deckled edges. It's beautiful, and I love Peter Pan. I'm so excited to keep this to read to my daughter when she's a bit older. And then the other 2 books, I think they are contemporary, adult contemporary sort of chick lit. I hate that word, but sort of chick lit, you know, romantic fiction, which I love. I don't often talk about that on my channel because I haven't read any for ages, but when I do read it, I get really stuck in, and then I read quite a bit. So let me show you these 2. This one is When in Rome by Nick Pellegrino. I love the front cover of this. And the back says, it's the 1950s and Rome is a city full of life, music and desire. It's the place that Serafina has always known, sharing a tiny apartment with her mother and sisters, surviving on little but supporting each other. Then they get the chance, the sisters go singing to the nearest piazza, busking for spare change and cinema tickets. The girls long to meet their matinee idols, and Serafina daydreams of Mario Lanza and his spellbinding voice. But the sisters grow up quickly, and Serafina is soon faced with a choice between the world she knows and the life she dreams of. So it just sounds really interesting. I like the sound of this. And then the other one is called Having It All by Meev Haran, I believe. And this one I think is going to be good for me because I think it's sort of a book about family. It's about a woman, and she's married with children, and she's offered a really big chance to work in television, which she jumps at the chance, but she has trouble with her boss, who points out she's got baby sick on her top, and her son starts having a bit of OCD at nursery, and you know, she's juggling life as a mum and life as a businesswoman, and I just love those sort of books, and it looks like a really good fun read. So thanks again, Stephanie, for sending these to me, and I really look forward to reading them. Right, the other books that I picked up are books that I've seen on various channels and just thought, yep, I want to get these, and they've maybe come up on Amazon as cheap, or I found them cheap somewhere and thought, right, now's the time to buy them. The first one is Golden Boy by Abigail Tartolin. This book, I think, is about someone who is intersex, so born with both girl and boy genitalia, so part boy, part girl, and has to make that decision whether they want to be a boy or a girl. And obviously that decision isn't down to the child to begin with because they're unaware of all of this. So the parents make the decision, and then often, you know, from what I hear later in life, the child can decide that that's not what they really identify with. And I've never read anything about an intersex person, so I'm really, really interested to read this, and I've heard it's really, really good. Next is a book I heard about on somebody's channel, and I can't remember who it is for the moment, so I'm sorry if it's you, and that's Reconstructing Amelia by Kimberly McCrate. So this story, I believe, is about a mother who gets a phone call and has to go to her daughter's school, finds out that she's committed suicide, I believe, and she starts to piece together more information about her daughter, possibly things that she didn't know, and it's all about discovering you know, what was going on in her daughter's life. And yeah, I just think this is going to be quite a hard-hitting but good book. This one I heard about on someone else's channel, and it's called One of Those Hideous Books Where the Mother Dies by Sonia Soanes. And although I'm not a lover of this cover, I think it's an old book, it was the only one I could get hold of. And I remember whoever was talking about this said how it was just one of their favourite books growing up, and they went back to it over and over again. And it just sounded really interesting. The back says, "My name is Ruby. This book is about me. It tells the deeply hideous story of what happens when my mother dies, and I'm dragged 3,000 miles away from my gorgeous boyfriend Ray to live in LA with my father, who I've never met because he's such a scumbag that he divorced my mother before I was born. The only way I've ever seen him is in the movies, since he's the mega famous actor who's been way too busy trying to win Oscars to even visit me once in 15 years. Everyone loves my father, everyone but me." I just think it sounds like it's going to be an interesting read, and yeah, so pick that one up. This one I hear about all the time, and I recently watched Kitty G a long time ago. She reviewed this one, and I hadn't watched that review, but she talked about, I think, the second or the third in the series recently, and just said how much she loved this trilogy. So I went back and watched the review of this one, and I just thought, right, I've definitely got to pick this up. And it's Stormdancer by J. Kristoff. I'm really excited to read this. I think it's sort of a fantasy, but set in Japan, and with a kick-ass, really strong female character, and some really interesting mythical creatures, so I'm excited to read this. And then finally, it's my favourite beautiful book, and I saw this on Mercy's channel, Mercedes from Mercy Bookish Musings. She's great, you definitely should watch her videos. And yeah, I just thought, I looked at it once and I thought, I've got to have it, and that is Will of the Wisp, an Aurora Grimion story, Hammock and Hutchinson. And this book is just so beautiful. It is just as beautiful in real life as it was on Mercy's, and I love this. There's a little catch on the side to open the book, and it's a graphic novel, and I just love the art style, and I'm really, really looking forward to reading this. It's about a girl whose parents accidentally die. She's sent to live with an uncle, an estranged grandfather in the sort of bayou, maybe in the south, and it's about story of living there and hoodoo magic, and it just sounds amazing. And from the title that it's an Aurora Grimion story, I get the feeling that there's going to be more, or there may already be more in this, and if I like it, I can't wait, because this is going to look beautiful on my shelf. So anyway, that is all the books I've bought recently. There are no more waiting upstairs, apart from there will be the 3 that I get through my book swap that I mentioned in a previous video, the Books and Bloggers swap, which I'm excited about. So I will do a video telling you about them. But I am definitely looking forward next month to clearing some more of my TBR shelves, and I will get back to you on those when it's time to do my May TBR. Anyway, thanks for watching this, and I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Let me know what you've bought recently. Did you like the look of any of these? What have you been reading? What have you been doing? Just chat to me, because I love it, and I love BookTube, and I love all of you, and I can't wait to speak to you all soon. Bye for now, BookTube.